wonderful place called Maroochydore on Queensland's Sunshine Coast. This is Ocean Street, the mega centre of the quaint town of Maroochydore on the Sunshine Coast. Bars and restaurants abound down here. There's my haunt, Sol Bar. Right outside, waiting for the dustbin men. Here it is. We'll go in there and have a quiet drink in a little while. And we're off again. Well, hello. It's been a while since I vlogged. I'm in the car doing a Yui. This is coming into an area called Cotton Tree in Maroochydore. Quaint parkland. On the left there, the river. It's a fine Sunday morning. A few clouds, not too bad. We've had buckets of rain here. Raining cats and dogs, I think it's called. Sunshine Coast is a collection of relatively small towns, this part of Queensland, and a collection of traffic lights, as you can see. Population is about a little short of 400,000, but it seems like they drive 3 million cars. Very slowly in some cases, clogging up the roads and car parks. It's reasonably early on a Sunday, it's sort of 8ish, so we should be a little bit better off than later in the day when it'll be absolutely awash with people idly driving around, blocking the way of fine motorcyclists like me. We'll get out of everybody's way. This is Alexandra Heads. Oh, and another traffic light. Coming past the Alex Surf Club soon. Favourite haunt? Nice beaches here. You can't quite see them over the trees there, but I'll show some reels a bit later on. It's busy. Everybody's down surfing. I'm not the sort who goes surfing. I can swim, but I don't think sticks stand up on surfboards very easily. It's all too hard. Yes, the beachgoers are here. In their hundreds. Sunday is a popular day to come to the beach. It's a bit less hot, let's say, than it has been. But as I said, the weather has been very wet. I don't know if this is normal or whether climate change has made it even wetter. That's what people are starting to think, or already started. There's the surf club. Hopefully we get a straight run now. Yes, I don't know if climate change has affected this part of the world. Australia, they say, whoever they is, scientists I suppose, say that Australia is probably going to be more badly affected than many parts of the globe, either very hot and dry or very wet. El Nino is upon us. There's the fine beach. Coming up to a lookout called HMAS Brisbane, named after a warship. There's a monument on the hill. You'll probably just glimpse it as we glide by smoothly and effortlessly. This ship served a number of conflicts, Vietnam, the Gulf, but it was laid to rest about 4 kilometers offshore here as a diving wreck. This is Mooloolaba we're coming into over the hill here. There's the monument. And we have to first stop at the traffic lights. It's quite unusual. In another 2 or 3 hours, this road will be absolutely impassable. Impossibly impassable. Mooloolaba is a popular holiday destination. A lot of these condos you can see along the road here are holiday rentals. Very sensible place to come on holiday. Climate here is very nice when it's not raining. It's hotish in the summer, not as hot as the town where I've been living before I moved back here. Singapore, nowhere near as humid, even in the summer. And in the winter it's pleasantly mild here. Some cooler days, but not too bad. So we're coming up towards our destination for the morning, which is Mooloolaba Wharf. Pleasant little spot on the river. Fishing boats. We're probably going to go to the fisheries, buy some prawns or possibly even spanned trout. But more importantly, get a coffee. As I say, the population of this part of the world is a few 100,000, but in peak holiday times, obviously, there's a lot more people here than that. I think the road infrastructure is probably just about able to cope with the traffic. Just. We all park in here because there's no point in going down to the end of the road. Better to walk. I think there's some motorcycle places over here because you can see that if you're in a car you're really stuffed. It's not even the holiday season. This is Mooloolaba Wharf. Hopefully cars have not taken up motorcycle spaces. Oh. You can do it, sir.
I'm alright again, like a child again. Now the universe is a wonder. I don't care where we go, don't care what we do, as long as you're with me and I'm with you. I couldn't see colors, it was all in gray, till you showed me every shade. Now I feel like summer on a rainy day, like there's nothing left in my way.
We have fine prawns, a couple of sand crabs, small but tasty. to have your wits about you on a Sunday. People have their minds on other things than looking out of that piece of glass. Thinking motorcycle is not high on their list of priorities. Motorcyclists have to look after themselves, largely. Having said that, the drivers here in Australia are generally very polite, have manners. Australians have manners. Not every country I have lived in is true of that statement. Here's an unusual car. A duck boat. Seen those in Singapore. As I say, Australians are generally very polite people, good manners. They're friendly. Sometimes they're a bit too laid back, I think. I've been away from here for 18 years and there's very many positive elements to return to Australia for. It's organised. Manners maketh man. And there's a queue, so there's no point in blocking the entrance. Another traffic light. As I say, Sundays, this part of the world turns into one large car park. Generally good manners. Patience is certainly required. Rock and roll. Ish. This is not exactly what you call the open road around these urbany parts, and you tend to fry up because of the amount of traffic lights. Heading home now. I'll head up to the rooftop bar in a short while to show you how to shuck an oyster. Shake an oyster, shuck an oyster. Fine view of the beach. It's looking back towards Maroochydore beach. Mount Coolum hill in the background. And you can see how brown the sea is at the moment. It's usually sort of bluish. As I was saying, Australia has somewhere that's familiar from old, where I lived before. A few things have changed. Some not necessarily for the better. I think people generally are a little bit more lost as a society. This is not just Australia where this holds true. You have to be careful that it's not just your perceptions that have changed, but I think there's a lot of things that have gone slightly backwards here. I'm happy to be back. I've been on the road, I suppose, in rental accommodation for 18 years in China and then Singapore. I loved my time in both places. I miss Singapore. but there's some aspects I don't miss. And I have a condo here which I can actually truly say is home, a base, rather than just somewhere where you're paying money to a landlord and getting no real benefit out of it other than a roof over your head. And Singapore, really quite expensive to live if you're including the rent. You need to earn a decent wage to be able to afford to live there. That's probably true of most places. There's the rooftop bar straight ahead. I'll be up there in about 2 hours or 3 hours time. We'll have a look at what an oyster looks like. So it's shucking time, Tim. Tim, the oyster man. What would you say makes a good oyster?
They're nice and wet still when you put them over.
And how do you shuck them?
Come in from the back. You can come in from the front, but I come in from the back. Pressure down. Knife in. Scrape the shell. We'll rinse in some salty water. Off the shell.
Done. Perfect job. Well done, mate. Thank you.
Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright.